Hey, this is Mexico Matt, the Gringo. I'm at the scene of the crime. Yesterday, we were at this Carnitas place, Carnitas El Pelon. My dad left his cell phone while we were paying at the counter, and about 10 seconds later, it disappeared. Dad didn't realize that the phone was stolen for about 20 minutes, so we immediately called the number, and the guy answered. His main question was, how much are you going to give me for this phone? You know, I kind of was like, oh yeah, we'll give you something. Just where are you? And he said, meet me at Plaza Kyoto. So I went to Plaza Kyoto, stood in the middle because I'm like, this guy's going to extort me. I want it to be in a very public place. And while I'm talking to him, I'm trying to get him to come to Plaza Kyoto where I'm at. I see the tourist police and I kind of wave him over and I'm like, hey, can you talk to this guy? He has our cell phone. We're trying to meet him to get it back. So they talk to him for a few seconds. They give the phone back to me, and it's some woman who's speaking a little bit of English now. And she's basically like, he's going to return it. You have to give him 1,000 pesos. And I'm like, whatever. I'll give him the money. Just come here. So she's like, okay. And we sit there for about 30 minutes. He never shows up. And police give us their number to call if there's anything else that they can do. But they're basically like, he saw us, we think, and took off. So we go back home. Now we're going to track the phone, and that's what I'm doing today. We see that it went from the Carnitas place. He went into Soriana, then he went to a park nearby. From there, he got into a car and he drove to Plaza Kyoto, but he U-turned it and drove to Inner Ceramic. And when I saw that, I'm like, there's the Jaguar bar, and I'm like, I heard him saying Jaguar. I was thinking he was saying, because he was saying Jaguar, like in Spanish, of course. I'm not familiar with that word, so I'm just like, that's what he was saying. So I'm like, I bet it's at Jaguar. So we drive out to Inner Ceramic. I go and I talk to the Inner Ceramic people, and I'm like, it's showing that it's maybe here. And they're like, no, we don't know anything. And we walk over to Jaguar. They're closed. It's like, at this point, 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So we're trying to talk to somebody there, and they come out, and these guys basically like, you can come back at 9 o'clock tonight. We're not really interested in doing that. So we go back home, and then we figure out now the exact path. So I just went and talked to the Carnitas place. There's no cameras there. I was hoping maybe they had a camera at the entrance. So now I'm going to go to Inner Ceramic. I'm going to give it a shot there again, and we'll see. Here we go. Just went to the park and walked around a bit. There's only really one camera that's on a property, and it probably wouldn't show a lot, but maybe worth it at some point to go back and talk to them. I did talk to him. There was a guy working there and asked him if he's there every day, and kind of said this is a weird thing, but gave him a little bit of the story. And he's like, this is kind of a meeting point for workers and various people, and it's difficult to know if something strange has happened. But I did tell him, I'm like, well, here's the thing. I'm like, if the guy wants the 1,000 pesos, I'll give him the 1,000 pesos, because the phone has no value to anyone else except for my dad, because it's shut down. I said, I'll come back by here in a few days, and if you do talk to somebody and that knows something, I'll pay him. So I'm saving the best for last, and that's Inner Ceramic, and I'm hopeful that they're going to be a little more helpful today. And I would assume they have cameras on their parking lot and the back lot where it looks like the phone went through and into the store. So that's where we're going now. It's really hot. I'm just around the corner from Inner Ceramic. Spent probably 20 or 30 minutes in there talking to the manager guy. He was nice enough at least to get on the cameras. Maybe it helps that we've probably spent $10,000 at Inner Ceramic. They have a good camera right out front, and they also have one in the back alley. And I told him it was like right around 12:25. So at 12:27, a work truck showed up, parked out in front, and 2 workers walked to the back. So I'm kind of like, that could be it, right? I don't know. And but about 30 seconds after that, something even stranger happened. Is a taxi number 006 with very tinted windows pulled up, parked in front, didn't pull into the parking lot, just parked in front, and was parked there for more than 5 minutes. And just parked there. Nobody ever got out of the taxi. It just parked right in front of Inner Ceramic for about 5 or 6 minutes and then drove off. I didn't really want to video the police, but they're back there. So I just talked to them. They're gonna go find this taxi 006, see where he went, and he's gonna call me back and let me know. So I don't know, progress. We'll see what happens. Kind of fun. I just talked to the owner of this house right here and told her the story and gave her the times that the guy was here in the park, because this is where we are right now, at the park where he jumped into that taxi, and asked her if she'd look at her cameras and send me an email if she sees anything strange at that time. And I don't know, she didn't really seem super enthusiastic about this job that I was giving her, but you never know. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that, you know, one of these people will come through and we'll end up tracking this guy down. We never retrieved the cell phone, but that's okay. I went back and forth on whether to even post this video. Ultimately, I think for people visiting Zihuatanejo, there may be some good information and lessons in here. First, obviously, Zihuatanejo is no different than every other town, and it's possible that you will have your phone stolen or taken for a reward, but almost everyone here, in my experience, will do the right thing, even if it means they won't get a nice payday. I left my cell phone in a taxi once, and the taxi driver returned it immediately. Which brings me to this. Most taxi drivers are honest. This taxi number 006 probably has no idea what was going on, so if the police did talk to him, he maybe wouldn't remember that situation, or more likely wouldn't want to get involved, which is understandable too. And all the taxis in Zihuatanejo are 4-digit numbers. So this particular taxi wasn't even from here. I never heard back from the police. A few days after the phone was stolen, we were at Jungle Pizza, and I always saw a police car with its lights flashing right out front, parked where our car was. She was a bit concerned and left the table to see what was going on. The cop was like, "Hey, we talked to you at Plaza Kyoto. Did you ever find that cell phone?" So the police are probably busy with other stuff. If your cell phone or wallet is stolen, then they probably won't be able to put a lot of resources into tracking it down. So I guess my final point is that although it is safe here, be aware of your surroundings as best you can. And ultimately, it's just a cell phone. Well, it's only useful. This particular cell phone is only useful as a paperweight now, but it was just a cell phone. And next time, I'll just offer the guy the 1,000 pesos up front to return the phone. I'll come alone, and I won't involve the police. All right, thanks everyone. Take care.